Hi there, Jean Greer at Stylish Fireplaces. Today I want to point out some of the features of one of our favorite little DIY and no construction fireplaces, and this is the Amantii Cube. It does have a product code, but we call it the Cube, and if you were to search Cube on our website at stylishfireplaces.ca, this unit would come up. What I particularly like about this unit is the versatility. So this top piece is the actual fireplace, and that unit can be installed into the wall, and then all of this would be covered up, and this would be covered up, and you would just have this three-sided window, and you'd have a nice compact fireplace. But the other neat thing is it can be mounted on the wall. So you can take this top section and you could mount it on the wall back here, and it would just sit on the wall like that. So absolutely no construction required, just plug it in, mount it on the wall, and you're good to go. The other neat feature, again, is that you can also mount it on this Bluetooth speaker base that's been specifically made to fit this unit, and it's a great speaker. We use it here in the showroom to get all of the music from our laptop and Spotify, and use that for ambient music in the showroom. So it's a really neat feature that gives you a lot of function in a small space. And then they also make a little four-legged platform for it, and if you were to mount this on the four-legged platform, it would give you the effect of a very contemporary wood stove. So it's got a lot of versatility. It's really ideal for DIY projects or no construction installations, and there's 3 different ways you can install it without any construction at all. And then of course you could build it in. The other thing you're going to notice right away is that this has 3 sides of glass exposed, so glass on both sides as well as the front. And multi-sided fireplaces are really trending, so this is a great compact way to get that multi-sided effect. And because of the narrow size of this fireplace, it's great on an end wall as a little bit of a divider between 2 areas of the house, because you're seeing it from all 3 sides. So it just has so much versatility. I want to also take you through some of the flame options and the interior options. As you can see, we've put some sort of rustic logs inside, and those are available with the unit, and then they sit on a bed of glass, amber glass beads. So they really give a warmth to the glow that comes up from the lights below. And then this also has down lighting to highlight whatever logs you put inside. And there are various log options available for this. So you can really change up the look. As with any electric fireplace that has enough space inside, you could forego the options that they give you and put your own decorative pieces in there. So if you had some pieces of wood or birch, let's say from the cottage or from your own backyard, if they will fit in the depth that you have here, which is pretty substantial, you could put those inside and they're not going to catch fire. So let me take you through some of the flame colors that you have with this fireplace. It's set to be fairly natural right now, but I can play around with the orange and make it much brighter, and then I can tone that down. I can have more yellow, or I can tone that down, and then of course I can introduce blue, and that gives you a completely different look. And as I've said before, I like the colored flames in the off seasons. So in the summer, when I want to have this lit up because I'm in the room and I don't want to look at a dark fireplace, I can do that without the heater on, but then I don't necessarily want it to feel all warm and fuzzy. If the weather is warm, I may just want a nice ambient feature, and that's where the blue lights really come into play. The other neat thing that this has is down lighting to light up whatever material I put inside. So I can, let's get back to something without the blue in it. I can change the down lighting that's hitting those logs. So I can turn it on and off, and then I can change the color of the light that hits those logs to go with the mood that I'm trying to set with the flames. So a lot of nice color options from something that looks very natural to something that looks a little more art piece than natural fire, and everything in between. So there are a lot of really cool options with this piece. But we particularly love being able to mount it on this base that was specifically made for it. We literally just mounted it, plug it in, and then the Bluetooth connects this speaker to our laptop for ambient music. And that is such a great feature in a small space. So we hope you like this one. Again, it's called the Cube. It does have a big brother that is a 2939 Tru-View XL. So it would be a little bit wider and a little bit taller, so also a bigger window. It doesn't have the speaker base, it doesn't have the four-legged platform. It's strictly mounted on the wall or in the wall on the bigger piece. But this one, called the Cube, has all of those installation options. So that's why I'm particularly highlighting this one for you. And you can find this at stylishfireplaces.ca, and we've curated it in our collection of stay-at-home improvement products or DIY products with little or no installation. So look for it there. It's called the Amantii Cube.